So the charge to the class of 2013. You've had the opportunity to hear many themes today and yesterday and last night, and thinking about this historic year. My charge to you is not as the bicentennial class, but as unique individuals. But those who as a class have shared similar and nevertheless uniquely meaningful experiences together. You have this happy coincidence that we know will always be with you as the bicentennial class. But more importantly, you share a special gift. The gift of friendship and the gift of education. And with that comes yet another responsibility. You're not done. A responsibility I know you will embrace to ensure that an education such as this will continue to be available to those who succeed here. It is a charge to you as you head to college, and it is a charge to you as you head beyond college. You have heard me say the refrain at the Academy's 100th centenary anniversary was education is the answer. And today I proclaim that in fact education is still the answer. And I hope this stays with you as always as you consider what this refrain has and will mean for you in your future lives. You will be posed difficult questions and challenges in your future, on your journey. And in our answers to these difficult questions, we look for love, for friendship, we look for resources and tools and skills and habits. And at the root of it all is your education. Because the best answers to life's most difficult questions begin with our human understanding. Not long ago, I was asked by a trustee to put into simple words why a school like Kimball Union continues to exist. We know that from the start, Kimball Union was formed out of a need prior to a time when public education was available. And that Daniel Kimball laid the first stone for the building of such an institution with his own hands. And with his wife Hannah's vision, it carries on today in a similar and different fashion, but with the same purposes for you, and I dare say for society. I think about the many places and traditions in the world that you have come from to this learning community, near and far, from Asia and Southeast Asia, Africa, Alaska, urban areas, rural communities, next door and miles away. So when I'm asked why these schools, and in particular this school, continues to exist and continue to be important in our lifetime and our lives, my thoughts turn to these promising young people on stage today because they bring the world closer to us each day. And when I meet graduates of Kimball Union each year in my travels, I see you and them, making your way in this world and making a difference. Doctors, lawyers, business leaders, educators, environmentalists, tradespeople, teachers, coaches, nurses, researchers, engineers, parents, and grandparents. A few years ago at Grandparents' Day, one of our favorite days on the hilltop, a grandmother came to me following a student panel and said, "Would that all children have the benefit of this kind of community and this kind of education, this kind of learning in this truly unique environment?" She was a member of the class of Kimball Union in 1935 and a local teacher and was in failing health. She alerted me that she would be leaving Kimball Union in her estate to support the education of deserving students long after she was gone by establishing a $1 million endowment to support the education of students at Kimball Union, and as she said, to ensure our permanence. There is wisdom in our predecessors, in our history, and we are standing on the shoulders of those who came before us to have this opportunity. And we now hold that confidence and trust that you, as you go out into the world and do your thing and contribute to whatever communities you join, will not forget your formation here. There must always be a future for a place like Kimball Union. Yes, we will change, and still we must preserve that essence. that learning is fundamentally social, based in strong relationships to self, to others, and to ideas. And while you may not know it now, you young people, right here, hold the key to once and for all a permanent Kimball Union. We will be here long into the future, but you hold the key to make us strong. So in this special year, my final charge is actually not mine. They are the lessons of a grandmother, a Jessie Carver, the wife of the Academy's 14th headmaster, whose granddaughter summarized the lesson Jessie taught her, universal as they are, at a recent ceremony honoring Jessie and the long-standing relationship between the Congregational Church and Kimball Union on their Founders' Day 223 years ago, that co-pastor Susan Gregory Davis shared with the congregation. They're entitled 10 Simple Lessons of Life that Jessie taught me. And ironically, number one is to be grateful. Just say thank you and show appreciation. Gratitude is a virtue. Sometimes it truly is easier to give than to receive. Learn to say thank you without guilt and criticism. Number two, fill your life with good books. Talk about them, share them, find books that inspire. Number three, learn something new. It's never too late to learn an instrument, play a sport, start a book group, write a book. Never stop learning. Be a good listener. Everybody has a wonderful story to tell if we would only take the time to listen. Find joy. Choose happiness. Being happy and positive is a choice. It's hard work, but it's also contagious. Savor your memories, tell your stories, write them down, take photos, cherish each memory, for it all changes very quickly. Celebrate life. Have a party. Meet new people. Live life to the fullest. 97-year-old advice. Have a party. Put your best foot forward. Have your own style. Don't be afraid of color. Be helpful and kind. Think of others before self. And last but not least, don't forget where you came from. Wherever you go in this world, carry your family, your history, your story, your education in your heart and in your mind. Appreciate your own history and be proud of your family. Family makes us who we are. So with that, I say Godspeed to this class, my class, class of 2013. KUA will always be with you, and you with Kimball Union. Congratulations.